I spoke to a woman who works with a vendor in North Carolina, and she says trees like this one are up 30% this year. We're at the Walmart shopping spree, and it's been nothing but a wild ride. Some of these major improvements include the 3-mile Greenway Trail. Here says that the Mobile Housing Authority has addressed 47 specific complaints from HUD. 26-year-old Kathleen Johnson has been arrested this afternoon after leading Mobile police officers on a high-speed chase from Airport Boulevard all the way to the Mississippi state line. Mobile police say that the victim swerved around another vehicle that was stopped on Highway 90, sparking the beginning of an alleged road rage incident. Court documents say that Ledger used the money to make personal purchases at various businesses. She was booked last Friday and remains in Metro Jail. According to the report, the vehicle pulled out in front of the police cruiser that had its sirens and lights on. As you can see in this graphic that's shown, the SUV is seen leaving the vet clinic, appearing onto the median. The SUV then pulled out in front of the police cruiser that was going westbound on Government Boulevard. The SUV hit a car that pulled over on Government Boulevard to yield to the officer. Soon, the SUV came to a rest on the shoulder of the service road. The SUV is significantly damaged in both the front and on the passenger side. A furry feline passenger of the SUV escaped the crash without any noticeable injuries. The cat's female owner, the driver of the SUV, was taken to the hospital, and the police called to pick up the cat.
Surprised the cat's still here, alive. A miracle? I'm nervous about my client and make sure she's okay.
The other vehicles involve a white sedan with damage to the rear and the police cruiser with what appears to be a heavy damage to the front. Neighbors who live on the street where the accident occurred share what they heard and saw.
I heard a loud crash, and I didn't really think much of it until I heard, I guess it was the EMTs, their siren go off.
I pray they're okay. That's scary. That's very scary.
According to the NPD supervisor on the scene, the officer involved was on his way to help assist in a police pursuit just prior to the incident. NPD specified that the two other vehicles in the accident were not in part of the pursuit, and that the police officer was en route to an assistance call involving a police chase. All 4 people were injured in the crash, including the officer. The officer is out of the hospital and is on light duty, according to the NPD spokesperson. The report did not specify how fast both vehicles were going, listing the speeds as unknown. However, this stretch of Government Boulevard posted at 50 miles per hour. Live in Mobile, Alex Tisdale, WKRG News 5. It's a waiting game for the family of 15-year-old Carson Pryor, the Murphy freshman who was gunned down on Halloween.
I'm waiting on 3. That's what the detective told me.
Kerry Lucas is Pryor's grandfather, and like the rest of the family, he has a lot of questions, including who else may have been involved.
Because I know, you crack that egg, he's going to talk. If there was anybody else.
Mobile police can't identify the 17-year-old suspect due to an Alabama law that protects the identities of juveniles charged in crimes. Officers found Pryor's body on Articus Lane just before 7 on Halloween night, a time when many kids were still trick-or-treating.
It was super cool. He was a good kid. I'm not saying that just because I'm his grandfather, but he's a good kid. He just brings light.
Pryor played football, basketball, and also ran track at Murphy. In Mobile, Alex Tisdale, WKRG News 5. That's right. Now, according to the mayor of Battle Battery and the Mobile County Sheriff, Squires was let go after reportedly engaging in inappropriate acts while on duty, some allegations dating back 15 years ago. According to the mayor of Biola Battery, Henry Barnes, Officer William B.J. Squires was officially let go from Biola Battery Police Department Monday. Barnes says that he was terminated for behavior that was unbecoming of an officer and departmental policies while on duty. Mobile County Sheriff Paul Birch explains his termination.
There were some accusations made by a teenager, who was of age of consent, but a teenager, and that there was sexual sexual acts committed while on duty.
On September 25th, Squire's home was raided after these allegations came forth, but despite that, his firing was unrelated. Deputies are investigating the allegations that Squires had inappropriate relationships with young girls. Some allegations date back to 2009, where it was turned over to the federal investigators. However, nothing came of it.
Law enforcement dropped the ball. Thankfully it wasn't the sheriff's office.
Currently, Sheriff Birch says that he's not giving up and is looking through the case to file possible criminal charges.
And otherwise, he would have gone to prison back then. And it's an overwhelming amount of evidence in that case.
Now, Squires has not been officially charged with a crime. However, I have spoken to the DA's office and they're currently reviewing the 2009 case due to no statutes of limitation on sexual assault in the state of Alabama. Live in Mobile, Alex Tisdale, WKRG.